Good morning, good evening, good night. I believe Dream carries for real, and welcome to the locals winning 6-1 Phantom Knights deck profile. For the specifics on the deck, I'm playing a 43 main deck, and I am not running DPE, Scythe, Dagda, none of that. However, I do run something expensive and more expensive, and I will show you some budget ways to play a deck, or at least tell you some budget ways in comparison to what I actually do play. So let's get started then. For the main deck, I play 3 Torn Scales, 3 Silent Boots, Double Cloak, 1 Stain Greaves, and 1 Ragged Gloves. I'd say it's a pretty standard ratio of Phantom Knight main deck monsters. You only really ever need the one of these. Having 2 monster searches with this is pretty good. 3 of the boots for extension plays and to search your traps is really helpful on 3 Torn Scales. It's 3 Torn Scales. It's one of your best, if not your best starter in the deck. Yep. Nothing else to explain there. For the Phantom Knight traps, we play the triple Fog Blade, the 1 Wing, and the 1 Shade Brigadine. Shade Brigadine actually does come up decently often in worse hands or in situations in my deck where you need 1 extra push to finally get to the board. Now, you end up having 1 less negate with the second Fog Blade on board, but to be fair, you'll have what? At the end of it, you'll have 1 Fog Blade, 1 Apollo, you'll have your Fog Blade, your Apollosa, and then your Utopic Draco, because I play that. But I will give you budget alternatives to that one whenever we get there. That's it for the Phantom Knight stuff. For the rest of the deck, we play Triple Tour Guide, Triple Kagamucha, and Libic, Seer, and Graph at 1 each for the deck. I don't know why people are so... I don't know why people are so allergic to Libic. Libic unbricks your bricky hands. I don't know, I'm just really paranoid, but I'd rather get both Graph and or Seer's special summon effects. They're just so useful, and I'd rather have a card to be able to send off Cherubini to access those. So really too. Kagamucha goes with any level 3 that you normal summon, and it acts as a chain block for Tour Guide, which is super useful. For the rest of the level 3s, we play the 1 Junk Forward, the 1 Speedroid Terratop, 1 Speedroid Takatomborg, the 1 Psychic Wielder, and the 1 Psychic Tracker. Psychic Wielder, Tracker, and Junk Forward are very, they're very, understandable in the deck, but Speedroid, Takatomborg, and Terratop. Terratop just acts as an extra starter, and Takatomborg, even if you draw it, isn't a brick, because you go into Levier anyway, and it just acts as another level 3 extender. This starts your plays without taking up your normal summon, which is really useful. Oops, I hit the camera there, I shouldn't have done that. Which is super useful. It's just a very nice card to have in the deck. It's a really good starter. Right, okay. That's that for those monsters. And we'll play the 2 E-Tellies to get those 2 psychic monsters. We play the 1 Reinforcements of the Army, and then the 1 Callboy for the rest for that. Before we move on to the flex spots. Yeah, I'd say they're both pretty explanatory. Warrior deck, stops hand traps. Yep. Moving on. For the flex spots, we play the triple Ash Blossoms, the triple Dark Rulers, the double Cosmic Cyclone, and the double Impermanence. If you can't afford something like Ash Blossom, you can always cut it, because this deck is 43 cards, so you get rid of those, bam, 40 cards. Problem solved. If you can't afford Dark Rulers, get something like Veiler instead, or Chalice. Works pretty well too. Same thing with Imperm, you can just get Veilers and Chalices. And Cosmic Cyclone, I mean, you can get rid of all for Twin Twisters, or just whatever card. There's just some backrow at my local, so I like to have main deck solutions to that, especially after the new list as well announced. I think I'll probably main deck Red Reboot from now on, but I'm not too sure yet, because of triple Skills Rune. Yeah, that's it for the 43 card main deck. Let's move on to the extra deck. For the extra deck, we play the 1 Cherubini. Oh yeah, for the links, 1 Cherubini, 1 Phantom Knight, Rusty Vardish, 1 Apollosa, 1 Access Code Talker, 1 Link Spider, 1 Nightmare Unicorn. Don't fear the Access Code Talker. Access Code Talker could easily be taken out for something like Boral Sword Dragon. Like, I mean, if you have it, just run it. But if you don't have it, then run Boral Sword. Or something cheaper instead, I'm not so sure. But there are alternatives. Cherubini is your, well, it's your bridge to get into Bardish. Apollosia is some at the end of the combo, usually with 3 materials. Access Code Talker is a super good game closer. Link Spider is what you will use sometimes on your Shade of Brigadine to go into stuff like Access Code Talker if you need it, because you don't really need to summon Link Spider if you Brigadine on turn 1 to go into Appaloosa, and then Nightmare Unicorn is just a super neat utility card to have. I've summoned it to have extra materials to go with the Access Code Talker. It's pretty funny. Now, starting the XEs, we play the double Leviair, the one F-Zero, and the other F-Zero. You could play Dark Requiem instead. You don't need to play this package, but I like to because he's a really annoying boss monster, and people fear him a lot, because he can negate and take a monster your opponent controls if it's on the field, and they activate their effect, you can negate it and take, which is super useful. It's really good. I keep hitting this poor camera holder. Bruh. I don't mean to do that. And Leviair is just really solid for recycling your things. If I could play the 3, I would, but, like, I don't really need to. Then I play the double break sword. I don't like having one, I like having 2. One for just, I don't know if I need it, and the other one to go into the next package, which is the Arc Rebellion package. If I was playing Dark Requiem, the 2 break sword would be mandatory, one for this and one for the other one. Yeah, one for this, one for Dark Requiem, but Arc Rebellion it's actually won me the tournament this time because of its destruction protection effect. It was really, really useful. Yeah, no, it's just a big beat stick, and it is super, super handy to close out games whenever you don't have the resources. The better resources to do. And then, like, the last extra X space is just the one Zeus. This came up a couple of times today, which is weird because normally it doesn't come up, but, you know, it's a nice card to have whenever you need it. Yeah, that's it for the main and extra deck. I'll show you my side deck really quickly, but this one you can just sort of make for your locals. For the side, we play the triple Lancia, we play the triple Nibiru, triple Droll, triple Twin Twisters, 1 Harpies, 1 Red Reboot, and then the 3rd Impermanence. There's nothing really here I feel as if I need to go over drastically, other than my locals has a 1 player that plays a lot of back row, and I played him twice today, once in round 1 and then once for the finals. Because we had playoffs, because there was 4 guys on 4-1, and so that was pretty insane. Me being one of them, I managed to win my first playoff round to go into the second one for the finals for 1st and 2nd, and I ended up winning that, so that's pretty good. Yeah, as for the matchups today, round 1 was Monkey Flip, basically. It was a lot of back row, a lot of Eldritch. It was a difficult matchup, but I ended up actually 2-0-ing, which was pretty good. Round 2, I played Invoke Shaddoll. That was the one I lost 2-0 to. Windows is a Yu-Gi-Oh card indeed. Round 3, I believe. What did I play round 3? Round 3, I think I played. Actually, I'm not even sure. What did I play round 3? Round 4, I know I played Virtual World. Round 5, I played Zombie World. Round 6, I played Cyber Dragon with the Dragoon thing, and then round 7, I played Monkey Flip again. Yeah, no, there's not really anything too insane to explain there. Oh no, round 3, I played Gosek Madolche. That was actually a really rough deck to play against because of the dimensional shifters and all that. Yeah, that deck is pretty insane. But yeah, there we go. That's the Phantom Knight 6-1. Locals winning deck profile. If you enjoyed, leave a like. I would appreciate it. And have a nice rest of your day. Bye bye.